Hey, Fat Man.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Something's different. Um, something's different. You
Something
get?
is different.
Did you get skinnier?
I'm not quite sure, but I did get sleazier, though.
No. You're sleazy. But did you get skinnier? You look
No.
older and skinnier and more Italian.
It might be. So, Fat Man,
Hmm. Yes. What is it?
do you know any? Do you have any flamethrowers and 5-hour energy that I can use?
I don't know. That says Tony Khan's coke dealer on that one.
Talk about that next on the wrestling show. Wrestling show with Sleazy and the Fat Man. I am Sleazy G, taking over for Sleazy
I guess he's in rehab again.
again.
This guy cannot kick his hermaphroditic porn habit. He
Hey,
really can't. Like I don't. Sorry, I apologize. I shouldn't have said that. His Asian hermaphroditic
nothing.
porn habit.
Remember, you got to squint. Remember, you got to. But
Uh, so I was gonna say he just didn't want to talk about this show, yet he actually watched it. Well, you didn't.
no. And
So
from what I
lucky
can read,
you.
from what I have here, I'm going to read his notes. And from what I've proofread, I think I might have got.
I haven't seen his notes. I don't know what it is.
I think I
I
might have been
put
the lucky of the three of us here.
I put in the title of this episode that we're going to give the only honest opinion about this show, because
And
everywhere I see they praising the shows, one of AEW's best shows, and it's one of the best wrestling shows ever, and Anarchy of the Arena was one of the best main events of all time. What show were you watching? What are your glasses rose colored? I don't know what you're watching. I'm very interested to see what Sleazy has to say, but god damn. Okay,
God
first,
damn, pal.
let's start off with I
Well,
don't care what Ryan says.
Good.
The show. Normally I say the show was too damn long. This show was too fucking long.
Came
4
in at-
hours is too long. I don't care what Ryan says. I have to get used to it. No, I don't. I can
No.
bitch about the time of a show if I fucking wanted to. 4 hours is too long. This show went 4 hours and 40 minutes without the pre-show.
Yes.
Which I did not watch, by the way. And I watched this show live until midnight, and I said, I can't take it anymore. I have one match left. I can't do it.
Well, both of us. So I guess since I'm Sleazy, both of us didn't watch the pre-show.
Nope.
Which is Peraza versus Rosa and the pre-show trios match. So let's just get right into it. Let's start off. Will Ospreay.
No. You haven't been on these shows. I do these. Sleazy sits and does nothing. Except gives his opinion.
My bad.
If you want to be sleazy, all you got to do is sit and do nothing and overrate matches, overrate female matches, especially overrate Asian matches.
All right.
Okay.
Go ahead.
May 26th, where it all began, again, MGM Grand, which wasn't sold out, by the way. It was scaled to 9,000 fans, which I guess it was a sellout because it is scaled to that. It's unfair. It's unfair to say it wasn't a sellout. But it was almost less than half of what they did for the first show, which, okay, whatever. Show was up with the AEW International Championship. Roderick Strong defends against Will Ospreay, 17 minutes and 40 seconds. I have fuck Dave Meltzer star ratings. And fuck Dave Meltzer gave this 4 3/4. I know I'm not going to have a voice here for a couple of days, so I got to get this out of the way with.
Let's just say, get it out, brother. Get it out.
Overrating piece of shit. It was still a great match. 4 stars. A few moments that were questionable. I thought it was a great match. Wow, I can't read my own handwriting. The Don Callis thing to further that little story thing. It kind of made the. How am I going to say this properly? It justified my 4 3/4 star ratings for Danielson's match because 1, Danielson was perfectly fine afterwards, so it made no sense. 2, they kind of almost did the same finish here, yet Roddy no-sold it. So,
yeah.
I mean, but other than that, it was still great. It's a Will Ospreay match. It's going to be 4 stars minimum. But 4 3/4, whose dick are you sucking, Dave Meltzer? And that's not the first time I'm going to say this on the show.
Sleazy had 4 stars.
Oh, same rating piece of shit.
Probably my least favorite match since he became a full-time superstar for AEW, which is saying something since I rated it 4 stars. Too much bullshit during the match, especially near the end with the Tiger Driver spot. Made Roddy look super fucking weak, despite Will being an elite guy. Still, both put in the work and got the show off to a great start.
Okay. Oh, by the way, we're just going to be talking about this show, News and Rumor. We do have a regular show tomorrow. News and Rumors is going to be tomorrow night. So we're just going to talk about AEW. Yo, dog, I heard you like trios matches.
I do like trios matches.
Thank you for keeping the bit alive. AEW Trios Championship. The Bang Bang Gang defends against Death Triangle. 12 minutes and 20 seconds. The shortest match on the show. Meltzer gave this 4 stars. Overrated piece of shit. Give Sleazy's take first.
He has 3.5 stars. He put lots of fun moments, but nothing super spectacular in general. He says, I'm glad Juice is back.
Overrated piece of shit. It was a good match, but sloppy at times. Juice is back. Cool. That's it. Like, that's a good match. It was there. It happened. Cool. Awesome.
I'm guessing you gave it 2.
No, I gave it 3.
Give it 3.
It was a good match. I'm not sleazy to say the match was awesome. 2 stars. The match was dog shit. 4 stars. Like, I mean. All right. This is going to be a quick show, by the way. Even though we're talking about AEW. AEW Women's Championship.
It's not like an oxymoron. Quick with
Timeless Tony Storm versus Serena Deeb. 15 minutes. Meltzer gave this 3.5 stars. Sleazy, you're the women's wrestling enthusiast.
I am. Unfortunately, there were no Japanese women in this, but Asian women in this, I should say. But 3 stars. Not bad, but was definitely too long, as noted by the fact that you have Tony take double fuck yo finish, only for her to pop up and do an avalanche finish and another finish to win. Y'all ain't main eventing SummerSlam here, and needed to do a dragged out 35-minute epic. The feud didn't have enough heat on it to warrant that type of match yet.
100% agree. 3 stars. Everything he said. It was sloppy at times. Fuck you'll finish twice in a row is what I put in my notes. The ended ended up being good, but the fuck you'll finish kind of fucked it over. Yeah, they didn't have the feud. 15 minutes is too long for this feud. No, there was no way Jay Briscoe was winning the ROH World title. Serena Deeb was not winning the women's world title. But one of the reasons why I gave it 3 stars was because there was 1 or 2 times where I'm like, maybe she might. And then the fuck you'll finishes happened.
Yeah,
So I'm like, oh my God, they're actually going to do it. And then she just kicks out 2 in a row. It's just like, oh, the AEW. Yeah, again, good match, but God, it was too long. 15 minutes is too long. Shave half of this match.
Yeah.
There's a good match. There's a better match you can get within that. So, all right, Trent Beretta versus Orange Cassidy, 13 minutes and 55 seconds. Fuck, Dave Mouser gave this 3.5 stars. Overrated piece of shit. It was an okay match for a house show. Another match that went way too long. Trent should have destroyed him in 5 minutes. That should have been the match. The way this was building up, Trent should have destroyed him in 5 minutes. I don't understand why this was a 15-minute or 14-minute match. I don't.
So what was your star rating?
It was an okay match for a house show. 2.5 stars.
Sleazy's rating, 3.5 stars.
Overrating piece of fucking shit. And you know what? It's because he's an Orange Cassidy mark.
Great
100%.
match.
Not a great match.
Great match, but let down by the finish. They did a great job of looking like they hate each other, but OC still being in character for him. Orange Cassidy's still been in character for him. I don't know where this is going at this point.
Nowhere.
Having Trent walk away seems weird after how this angle had been laid out.
100%. Wrong kid died. Like I said, Trent Beretta should have destroyed him in 5 minutes. Orange Cassidy should not have won this match. It's not going anywhere because they started a new angle right after the match. What was the point of this match? That they split up best friends only for Cassidy to get a flash pin and then Trent Beretta walking away? I know it was based on, oh, you can't beat me one-on-one in a singles match. I understand the feud. I know Ryan's going to say something about that, but no. Trent Beretta should have won in 5 minutes, and that's it. Sometimes less is more. As this show should take notes. Less is more. Yo, dog, I heard you like triple threat matches.
I love triple threat matches.
If you're playing the role of Sleazy.
I hate triple threat matches. What is it?
For the FTW Championship? Oh, wait. I forgot my own bit. It was okay because it was in a 3-way for the FTW Championship. Chris Jericho versus Hook versus Shibata. 12 minutes and 40 seconds. Meltzer gave this 2.25.
Sleazy gave it 2.
Okay.
Too much shit for a match like this. I think Shibata equals new hardcore king is funny. Having the bounty hunter cost the two of them is interesting, but overall, the match wasn't for me, I guess.
2 stars. What was this? This was a match that definitely happened. That's all I can say about it. I don't know. They're in Vegas, so they had to use dice. Cool. Jericho getting the pin on Shibata was in a trash can was interesting. Wrong kid died. Hook should have won. Jericho needs to go away. He's coming up with these gimmicks like La Champion and the Learning Tree, but he's not going away. He's just every other week, it seems like he has a new gimmick. Mm-hmm. He needs to go away and learn it. Not leave AEW, but just be off TV for a while.
Yep.
Because he's
definitely getting stale.
And it's just not great. I know Sleazy fucking hate. Obviously, he gave it 2 stars, same as me. Eliminator match. John Moxley versus Takeshita. 17 minutes and 20 seconds. Fuck Dave Meltzer gave this 4.25. Over any piece of shit. This wasn't bad, but the ending sucked. It was terrible. The whole match, they did an injury angle for it to not even matter at all. Like, not at all. Like, none at all. Didn't factor at all. It was a big waste of time. Why do it? Also, wrong kid died. Shibata should have won this match. 100%.
Who?
Shibata. Or sorry, Takeshita.
Gotcha.
Should have
So
won this match.
your rating was a 2-star?
An okay match for a house show.
2 stars. Sleazy, 1.5.
Sleazy gave it 1.5.
Yes.
Wow.
I know what they're doing with Takeshita, but goddamn, if this wasn't the most overbooked mess on the card.
I don't know about that.
Well, up to that point. I started to really get frustrated after the double down with the Death Rider. I know Mox wants to make it a big deal about the IWGP title being around his waist, but all this did was make it seem like a bad hardcore title that wasn't even on the line in the match. Having Takeshita keep doing these matches where he's damn near unbeatable, but then having him lose basically every match of consequence since Omega isn't doing him any favors either.
It's not. He's 100% right. And I thought the match was okay. 1.5, I think, is a little low, but like the work up to it was okay. Was borderline above average, and then the ending just was like, what?
Is it weird to seem like their endings are just flat? That's what I've been reading.
Ryan was watching live with me. Obviously not with me, but we were in the group chat together. And he said it before I did. He goes, man, if WWE had these finishes, he called it. If WWE had these finishes, people will be bullshitting. Since AEW has them, they're fucking awesome. He goes, these finishes are flat. He said that before I could say it. AEW needs a finish guy. AEW 100% needs a finish guy. And Arn Anderson's leaving, so there goes their best one.
Yeah.
They can't... their finishes were flat all night. Like, the women's title. Fuck, you'll finish twice. Trent and Orange Cassidy, flash pin. The Jericho finish sucked. This finish sucked. That's 4 in a row where all the finishes were like, what? The match was borderline good, and then the finish just made it fall flat.
I mean, you can even say that about the Ospreay match too, really.
Yeah.
With the whole thing about the Tiger Driver and...
Yeah, you could.
To me, I mean, I saw the ending of that on YouTube. It takes away from the ending of the match. To me,
yeah, it was.
Before we get to the rest of the card, do you want to talk about the return segment?
Oh yes, sorry, I forgot about MJF. That happened after the Ospreay match. Sorry, thank you. I forgot about that. Too long? I said it on last week's show when we do our mid-year rewards at the beginning of July that MJF's my underrated wrestler of the year, and he has wrestled all year. He's that important to AEW that him being back is absolutely fantastic for them.
Oh, yeah.
Heel, face, doesn't matter.
Boy, did he look good.
The promo, great. Did not need to be on the show.
I agree. With you. I mean, the promo was really good. I think it would have had better impact if it was on TV.
Sleazy and I kind of talked about this last week, so I think I kind of know where he's going. Is that he doesn't mind it being on this show because he feels like it was a more important moment.
Yes, I'll give you exactly what he said. I like the promo. I thought it was a good idea to do this on pay-per-view because it was a big moment. Did it go long? Sure, but the crowd ate it up, so it doesn't matter in my opinion.
He's wrong because they would have ate it up on Dynamite where it belonged. 20 minutes is too long. Some of these matches are too long. This show was too long. And I said this to you before we came off the air, that they flew other talent in for this show that their segments got either cut or they were told they were going to do something and didn't do it. What are you cutting? It's 4 hours and 40 minutes long. The MJF 20-minute promo, great to see him back. Absolutely love him back. Did not need to be on this show. More people could have saw it on Dynamite. And it would have been a bigger moment for Dynamite. And it would have helped Dynamite's ratings. So
Yeah.
I don't... I get Sleazy's point, but he's wrong. He is entitled to his wrong opinion. Okay.
I thought it was great. I mean,
Everything about it was absolutely fantastic. It just did not need to be on the show.
He did. I think he showed a new move. Did he ever use a brainbuster before this?
I think he did the brain buster to protect Cole's ankle.
Oh, I get that, but I think that's a nice new move for him. For if he's going to use it, the tattoo was great. I mean, he looks in phenomenal shape.
The tattoo, when I saw it, I literally felt out that's fucking stupid. But at least he didn't put it on his arm, and he goes to WWE eventually, and just you know what I mean. So, but
yeah, it'll be hidden by a boot. So
okay, so let me get your honest opinion. Do you think the whole signing war of 2024 or whatever it was obviously a work? There was no way he was going to go to AEW or WWE. No way. And yes, even we on here discussed it. It was all like, is there a possibility? Yeah, there's a possibility. Do I think it's going to happen? No.
Yeah.
But
it's the same thing about, you think Becky Lynch is going to go to AEW?
I just read something online, but like there was a report out there, her, Ricochet, and somebody leaked information to AEW about their bullshit.
There's no way.
Bullshit.
As much as WWE is going to put money in Seth Rollins, there's no way Becky Lynch is going anywhere.
No, not a chance.
And as much as Ricochet's wife is doing all the voice, being the voice,
he can go. No, Samantha Irvin,
yeah,
absolutely fantastic. He can go to AEW. I don't see why not. Zelina Vega is married to a guy in the next match we're going to talk about.
True.
But
I think that have more for him in AEW than
Becky Lynch is more important to WWE.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're going to throw money at her.
They created the speed title just for him. So
right.
Go ahead. Next match.
Barbed wire steel cage match for the TNT Championship. Adam Copeland defends against Malachi Black. 20 minutes and 20 seconds. Oh, God, 2020. Here we go. PTSD. Fuck, Dave Meltzer gave this 4 1/4. I'll go first. First 3 words in my notes are wrong kid died. Especially when we find out that Adam Copeland, Edge, doesn't know what the fuck he's doing off the top. Do I want to do a splash or want to do an elbow? No, I just land on my feet and break my fucking leg. What are you doing, dude? Like, props to him for finishing the match. But that is 100% your fault. It was like midair. He didn't know if he wanted to do a splash or an elbow. It was bad. And I literally put it in my notes. AEW needs to get a finish guy because the the ending just didn't hit. So you have Gangrel come back. Cool. Wrong company, dude. All these and I'm gonna fucking blast them. All these AEW marks that WWE sucks are popping for this moment. What moment happened in WWE? Sorry. And the numbers game that Gangrel even up the odds, it was still 3-on-2. What numbers game are you doing? It made House of Black look like goobers that are two 50-year-old men beat them up. Like, what are you fucking doing? I don't even know if this was a good match or not. I don't know. I don't know. I literally, the match started, took a piss, came back, and Malachi Black was already bleeding. I'm like, I was gone for 45 seconds. Like, 3 stars, and I'm putting a question mark at the end of it. I legit am. Like, 3 stars, question mark? Was this good? Maybe? I don't know. I don't know.
That's what he has. He has 3 stars. Goddamn car crash TV that legit got Adam hurt. And once again, an overbooked mess that didn't need to go on for that long for where it was on the card. The thing is, I do like these types of matches when done well. And while this one wasn't great, it was still a fun watch. And hey, nice to see Gangrel. But now,
here's the thing against Sleazy. I'm gonna, he's got to defend himself. He's worked with Gangrel, so he likes Gangrel. Doesn't mean that spot needed to be there. If you're gonna have the Brood, Christian should be the part of that too, but he couldn't because he was in a world title match that night. You don't do that without Christian. Like, you just don't. And while it was a nostalgia moment, it didn't need to happen. Wrong kid died. And the wrong kid died. So the spot was wasted anyway. Plus then he breaks his leg and now they have to have a tournament or whatever for it. Or a ladder match for it. Like, Malachi Black should have won this match. They should have called an audible in the ring. Yes, I know he broke his leg. He's a veteran. He should have called the audible. But I think they had the Gangrel spot where they couldn't do that. That's where that finish kind of fucks you. They had to go through with it.
True.
So,
but yeah, I could have seen almost like when Pac broke his ankle against Jericho.
Yeah.
That time on Raw. Well, I don't know if you saw the one interview with Chris Van Vliet with the Edge or Adam Copeland. He tried to get that when he was feuding with the Judgment Day when he did the
Yep.
And he wanted a Gangrel to come up with him, and WWE said no
because it doesn't make sense.
Back in WWE, it would have made sense. But against the Judgment Day,
it would have made sense in that storyline, though. That's the thing. I mean, maybe I guess with the Brood coming back,
when he came out with the Brood.
But again, without Christian, it doesn't work. Like, even then, it would have made more sense storyline wise, but without Christian, it wouldn't work. So it doesn't matter. You have to make it make sense. And this didn't make any sense. So I don't. Well, it's another decent to good match marred by bad finishes on this show. So,
but your point with the Brood, you could have had Gangrel, and instead of Christian, you could have had Beth Phoenix in his place.
Yeah, but in this instance,
it doesn't make sense.
In this instance, it doesn't make sense. In WWE, that would have worked.
Yeah, in WWE that would have worked, but in this sense,
in AEW, it would have made no sense.
No, No, it didn't make sense. I can see the nostalgia with it. It doesn't make sense in this point. To
No,
me, it didn't.
no.
Oh, hey, cool. It's Gangrel. Yeah, great.
Yeah,
But to
good,
me,
good, good to see him. Awesome. Did nothing for the match.
but it
It literally made nothing for the match when they said, "Oh, there's Gangrel, even up the odds." It's 3-on-2. Do math. It didn't even up the odds. And he did what? He came through the ring, spat some mist in somebody's face, and
did two impalers.
that was it.
My thing is he has history in WWE.
Right.
He doesn't have it in AEW. So it was just,
Yeah.
hey, here we have Gangrel here,
Right.
So, all right.
Okay. TBS Championship. Willow Nightingale defends against Sasha.
That's Sasha's Mercedes Monet.
Listen, my bet, I've been doing it for years. It's going to continue. Fuck you. 18
But if
minutes.
you're doing, it could do, it could do.
No. Hope you step on a Lego. We do the same bits around here. We don't change. Change is bad. We old. We don't like change. So it's the same fucking bit.
Okay.
Fuck Dave Meltzer gave this 4.5 stars. Okay. I know Sleazy's a woman wrestling enthusiast. I'm the Sasha mark. 3.5. It was really good despite Willow Nightingale. I don't like her. I never have. I don't think she's that good. I really don't. I don't see it. She has charisma. Don't get me wrong. To me, she's like the Zack Ryder, where like I never liked Zack. I like Matt Cardona. I hate Zack Ryder because he had charisma, but he didn't know how to work. Matt Cardona now knows how to work. You know what I mean? He needed a change.
Right.
So she doesn't know how to work. Mercedes, Sasha, fuck you, is a severe upgrade to the women's division. And it tells. Obviously, the right kid died. I liked her winning. I absolutely hated. And this is where this isn't a finish. This is a post-match where her big moment, winning the title, gets overshadowed by a heel turn. A meaningless heel turn at that. That should have happened on a Dynamite. I there's too much stuff going on in this show. And we have 2 more matches left to recover. There was review, cover. Yeah.
I only have one.
We have 2 more after this.
Which one did we miss?
The AEW World Title match and Anarchy in the arena.
He doesn't even have Anarchy in the arena.
Yes, he does. I know he wants to talk about that. I'll look it up. I'll look up his notes. I'm pretty sure.
Unless I missed it.
I mean,
he has 2 3/4 stars.
he rated this less than the tone. He did that just to spite me.
Fuck your finish like 3 minutes in on the apron too. What the fuck? Seriously. It's obviously they wanted to run back the NJPW strong match because Mercedes likes Willow, but this didn't do anyone any favors really. Honestly, still probably the second best match she's had since leaving WWE, which really isn't saying much considering she had up to this show 6 matches since May of 2022.
Because she's been hurt. Because of Willow Nightingale. Yeah, I'm looking at his notes right now. I got them. They're there.
Did I miss it?
They're there. Looking right at them.
All right, well, let me bring it up then here.
Okay. I didn't read them, but I had them. Okay. Meltzer gave this 4.5 stars. Overrated piece of shit. Sleazy's an underrated piece of shit. Okay. Because fuck you. You gotta know the bits. Because fuck you.
Oh, I don't remember. Sorry.
AEW World Championship. Swerve Strickland defends against Christian Cage. 24 minutes and 50 seconds. Fuck Dave Meltzer gave this 4.25. All right. What the hell did that fat piece of shit rate this?
Oh no, I have that match. 4 stars. It felt too long.
Yep.
There's a lot of bullshit.
Yep.
But if you put it aside, there was a great match in there despite all of that. The finish was really good. Loved that first house call mid-jump.
I gave it 3 3/4 for basically the same reasons. Really good, but it overbooked to hell. Way too long.
All right. Now do the last one.
Anarchy in the Arena. The Elite versus Team AEW, which was what? Danielson.
Darby.
A guy who tries to kill himself every time.
And FTR.
FTR. 29 minutes and 53 seconds. Meltzer gave this 4.5 stars. I have 5 words. What the fuck was that? That was my notes. I got a lot more to say too, but that was my notes. What the fuck was that? I'm not giving it a rating because it does not justify a rating. You said a guy. Hold on. You set a guy on fire, and he won the match. Everybody and their fucking mother the next day was praising this goddamn match about being the best main event ever. And then I said, were we watching the same match? And people are like, well, you got to suspend your disbelief a little bit, what Ryan always says to me. But a guy got set on fire and he won the match. That's not suspending my disbelief. That is literally unbelievable. Like mind-blowingly, not unbelievable as in, oh my God, that was an amazing, unbelievable spot. That was, are you fucking stupid? That makes no sense.
Yeah.
This was too dangerous. I don't know what. We all know there was going to be a fire spot with Darby Allin when he came out on Dynamite. I think the right team won. But having Jack Perry get set on fire and still win the match. And then people are like, he was only set on fire for like 2 seconds. It doesn't matter. He was on fire. Tony Khan coming out was dumb. Ryan's favorite word, dumb. I understand it was an Elite versus AEW thing, but they fast-tracked it. They could have gotten months out of this storyline. They got a month. Cool. And then they're still going with it. With Christopher Daniels being Tony Khan's spokesperson now. Like, which is good. Tony Khan needs to be off TV forever. This match was absolutely ridiculous. It was too dangerous. Sleazy knows me. There's some matches I don't rate. I'm not rating this. I'm not justifying it by giving it a rating because it was beyond stupid. The only thing about this match that I liked was that the right team won. That was it.
No rating.
Oh,
I could do 15 minutes on the flamethrower spot alone and how dangerous it was and how easily that could have
okay.
gotten out of hand.
Right. Stop right there.
I could have an
No, no,
issue
no, no.
with
Stop. No. Stop right there. Tony Khan could have got set on fire. He was that close. I understand Jack Perry was covered in whatever
whatever.
it was to help him get set on fire easier and help him not get set on fire in certain spots. Get it, understand it. But you're still dealing with fire. And Tony Khan was literally right there. And when Darby Allin moved that flame thrower, it was that close to Tony Khan. So Sleazy's 100% right. That could have got out of hand quick. Even if it was for 2 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
All it takes to burn you. I could have an issue with the RV or bus or whatever spot that Darby took. But I think my feelings are summed up in this. The guy that got set on fire in the match made the pin. This was the most overbooked nonsense of a match I've probably ever seen, with some of the most dangerous, ridiculous, crazy spots I've seen in the US. And I grew up with ECW.
That's true.
30 minutes of what literally was 8 men destroying themselves with dumb spots and walking away like nothing happened. There was a point where Okada took a brainbuster and got back up to break up a pin like nothing happened. I would not be surprised if all 8 of these people retired after this match. They certainly wrestled like it was their last match. I can't remember the last time I refused to rate a match, but this absolutely deserves a non-rating. This wasn't a match. This was just bad stunt work and a full-on disservice to everything and everyone that was on this card before it. Honestly, this type of match should be on Dynamite or Collision. Should be on a Dynamite or a Collision special. Just run that match for the entirety of an episode and focus on pieces of it or something. When I heard about this match, I was like, "Are you?" I thought someone was pulling my fucking leg. A fucking flamethrower? Really? And then I saw the spot and I'm like, what in the blue hell? Really? It reminds me of what Jim Cornette said before about when is going too far. First there's tables. Then there's tables with thumbtacks on it. Then they set the table with thumbtacks on fire. Then the table's got to be on thumbtacks on fire with explosives on it. Yeah. Then it's got to be with AIDS infested hypodermic needles on the top of it. And then it's got to be electrified. It's like, at what point do you just say no?
I don't understand people justifying it, and I think people justifying it, and I'm saying this show, and I keep saying it, they're AEW marks. They're 100% AEW marks that have blinders on. Fed bad, AEW good. Like, there's no reason to justify this match.
No.
Plus, Darby Allin getting hit by a bus 2 weeks before the show, coming back, wrestling with basically a broken ankle and a busted nose is, I'm sorry, there is no way he was cleared to wrestle that match. There is no way a doctor physically cleared him to wrestle that match, which also gives me a problem with, I keep going back to it, AEW doctors. Are they actually doctors? No. They can't be. They cannot be board certified.
Well,
they can't be.
Well, Sampson's the doctor that saved Jerry Lawler's life. So if he's the head doctor, then
that's the one good thing he did. Because the Matt Hardy spot a few years ago, there was another spot a couple months ago, and then there's no way Darby Allin was cleared to wrestle. No way Darby Allin was actually cleared to wrestle this match.
My thing is, everyone talks about a lot of people were talking about like the fire spot with uh the late Bray Wyatt. They're also talking about the fire spot. Remember the Inferno match with Kane? Everybody can see that that was a sleeve that was on top of
Well,
Kane's
like,
arm that
yes,
was set on fire.
right.
Yeah,
I will play devil's advocate. Jungle Boy was wearing pants that were supposed to be set on fire. 100%. He had flame retardant on his upper body. You can physically see it. They tried to keep it as, quote, safe as they possibly could, but it was still a dumb spot to do.
right.
Like, being an Inferno match you're lighting yourself on fire. You're having Darby Allin with a flamethrower. What if he's 2 inches up?
Or if he loses his balance.
Or yes, he
Trips
just
over
got hit by a bus. Like,
or loses his footing or something.
right.
That's
It's a ridiculously stupid spot to do at all. And that's not, and Darby Allin hanging upside down and then getting super kicked in his broken nose, which was supposed to happen, but they really fucking nailed him because he was holding his nose like this, so blood would have come out.
yeah.
And they was hanging upside down. And that's another thing. He broke his nose in the fucking thing. You're having him hang upside down? That's another dumbass fucking spot to do. If you're gonna do that spot, do it with someone else but him.
Right.
It's like the Dynamite Kid spot at WrestleMania 3. The dude just had back surgery 6 weeks ago. Why is he getting the heat spot? He should be on the apron.
Right.
Like, what are you doing?
And
what are you doing?
And if he has a broken nose, and if you super kick him, get my face caved in by a softball here, if they would have hit here, if it was a compression fracture and it goes into your brain, you're dead.
Yes.
But you don't think a kick would do that?
Nobody thought of this.
Nobody
thought of it. No doctor cleared him. And I don't want to hear people say to me, oh, they really didn't hit him. Watch the replay. They fucking nailed him in the face.
Right. And it's like, how do you... If your talent wants to take that chance, as a company, a company, you need to draw the line and say no.
I was just gonna say, I understand that this is just like ECW. Well, they have a little bit more creative freedom here. You got to be a leader.
No,
and that was the whole thing about with Tony Khan bitching, complaining about like Adam Copeland come out and say, guys, can we just like wrestling? I like wrestling. I like all wrestling. And then next week, Tony Khan making Will Ospreay say a dumbass line about WWE. And you need to step up and be a leader.
Right. Exactly.
Not just be a mark for yourself. There's no leadership in AEW.
No.
And I keep saying this about every AEW show. There's so much talent. So much. I want to see them succeed. But then they throw on shows like this, which I don't even know was a good show. Like, besides the fact it was nearly 6 hours long, including the pre-show.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it was a good show. I think. Like,
what's your final rating?
I mean, I'm just looking at like my star ratings. Like, the best match was the first match. That was the Ospreay match.
That's what he had.
Trios match, women's. I mean, it was a good show.
Well, he had Swerve at 4, and he had Ospreay at 4.
Yeah, that's for a 3 3/4. But like, I guess it's a good show. I guess it's a 6 out of 10. But like, some of the finishes fell flat. Anarchy in the Arena, which people, again, I don't understand why people call this one of the greatest main events of all time. It wasn't. Not even close.
Here's his notes.
Okay.
Final thoughts. 5 out of 10. Show was too damn long.
Quote, Stop.
should not have
Stop. Too fucking long. Go ahead. I fixed it.
should not have done 3 hardcore-esque, especially 4 with the Mox to catch the match.
Agreed.
Especially when they are back to back.
Agreed.
Then have the an Anarchy match be 30 minutes of just horror. Mox didn't need to be on here. The Steel Cage match should have been saved for another show. Looking back, I like the MJF spot at the moment, but I also broke up the show into 2 watchings. And looking back, it was also something that could have been moved somewhere else as well. It might not be that show that was too long, as much as the show was too long with very tiring booking style of matches.
Yes.
The shortest match of the trios match is still over 12 minutes. I felt like everyone thought that this was their AEW's WrestleMania main event match. Hey, EW, you're all not in the main event, and this ain't the biggest show of the year. I know you want to give everyone their money's worth, but at least to fatigue going through these shows. And if every AEW pay-per-view is going to be like this when they go more frequent, you're going to burn out your audience as well as your workers that have to keep one-upping themselves every show. I like AEW, I really do. But this show is a shining example of why less is more. Exactly what you said works in pro wrestling. This show reeks of a need of an edit. Edit the match card. Edit the booking of the matches. Edit the need for match types that don't need to be just casually thrown in. Edit the amount of superstar draw workers on the show. Give other people some time to work in front of that atmosphere. I hate to bring up Bruce Pritchard here, but this show is a great example of the stake for every course principle. There are literally 4 main event marquee matches on this show where you can literally book a pay-per-view off of. They just all didn't need to be on here and could have been swapped with smaller stake stuff that could have been messed around with on TV to fill out the card with about 7 to 9 minutes instead to tighten up the show time.
Less is more, and WWE's doing that.
Yes.
They're doing 5-6 matches a show, except they're bigger shows. WrestleMania's obviously 2 nights. They're going 8-9 matches for SummerSlams and stuff like that. They're making their big shows feel important, which I think AEW, I think W Nothing is a big show. They have to make it feel important, but having gimmick match after gimmick match, which are basically the same matches over and over again, is tiring. It's the same shit all the time, and the less is more thing. The one thing, like I said, I disagree with the whole. This is their WrestleMania. Like, I know All In and Wembley's their biggest show, but Double or Nothing's where AEW started. This is their WrestleMania. And to be fair, I know that All In or All Out was supposed to be their big show. Whatever. I think this is it. I think this needs to be a big show, but god damn, you gotta there was a time and place. Not everyone needs to be on WrestleMania.
Right.
This is another example. There's too many titles in AEW to begin with. Not every title. Look at the world champion and the WWE Women's Champion was not on their last show, their last PLE. You don't need everyone on the show to draw. In AEW, there's only one world champion. He's beyond. But god damn, the show was too fucking long.
Interesting thought. Do you think that, I mean, you know that the 4 major ones for the WWE are WrestleMania, of course, WrestleMania, the Royal Rumble, SummerSlam, and Survivor Series.
Add Money in the Bank to that.
Yeah, 5. But I'm just going to go with the main 4 for now. The ones that the original main 4 that they had.
Okay.
While they build them up, to me, they're using the other ones to build up to the main 4.
Look at. So this is a good example. Royal Rumble was in Tampa. Elimination Chamber, Perth. WrestleMania, Philadelphia. Backlash, France. King of the Ring, Saudi. What's the next one? Clash at the Castle, Scotland.
Right.
Money in the Bank, North America, Toronto. Then they have what? SummerSlam? And then they have Bash in Berlin. All their non-big shows
Overseas.
are overseas. That's the formula now. Now AEW is not big enough to do that.
No,
but that's WWE's model now. They're making way more money on it. Again, this is an AEW show. I don't want to talk about WWE. Double or Nothing was a good show? Question mark. Not this all-time banger that people make it out to me. People are gonna say I'm an AEW hater and I'm jaded. Let them. I don't care. I'm right.
No, when you have that long of a show,
I praise Dynasty for being a hell of a fucking show. Like that Dynasty was fucking awesome. This show wasn't. Like it just wasn't.
No, when you have
having Will Ospreay go after Swerve Strickland this early, I don't like that.
No, you need to have that. I don't want to say marinate, but you need to have
that is your all-in Wembley main event.
Exactly.
Or they're pushing for him versus MJF. Ospreay versus MJF at Wembley. But
who would you rather see? Ospreay, MJF, or Ospreay Strickland?
Ospreay can make anyone look like $1 million. Both matches would be fucking bangers.
I think I'd rather see him go against Strickland.
Strickland would probably be the better.
I think the better match would be Strickland. The better hype would be MJF.
I'm going to try to phase this correctly. The better match is with MJF. The better spot fest is with Strickland.
I agree with you there.
Both will be bangers. I think it's a mistake, though, to go Ospreay already for Strickland. But it is what it is. We stretched this to an hour, which I'm amazed that we did that.
I'm surprised Joe never got his rematch.
AEW doesn't like doing rematches. If you notice, they don't. They like fresh matchups. That's why everyone's like, "Well, let's see where it goes in AEW." It doesn't go anywhere because they move on.
Right.
So it's like with the Trent Beretta thing. It's interesting where these two go. They're not going to go anywhere. Like it's not going to have like a rematch. Like AEW does do rematches. I think that's a mistake sometimes, but they normally don't. They do every from time to time, but it is what it is. But all right, the honest truth about Double or Nothing, it was a good show? Question mark. Wasn't a great show. Wasn't an all-time show. Stop being fucking marks. Just look at it objectively. Like Ryan says, if I don't like AEW, don't watch it. I like AEW. It's just head scratching. And the thing is, the one thing I bitch about AEW almost every show is the refereeing. It was fine during this show. Didn't have an issue with it at all during this show. The first show ever where I'm like, the refs weren't an issue. It was the finishes. So, like, I guess that's fixed for now. WWE is a better product right now, so I'm going to praise them more because they are better. There was a time when AEW first started where AEW was the better product. But you take a look at TV ratings, revenue, all sorts of stuff. Obviously, AEW's been around for 5 years. 5 years now. It's been about 5 years almost to the day. But they're doing well, I think. I don't think they made money yet. But this is a year. This TV deal coming up is going to be the year. I read a report they're going to get $110 million per year. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't believe those numbers. I don't at all. They are down. No, thank you. I just saw something in the chat. They're down in ratings. They're down in demographic. Their ad revenue is down. Like they're down everywhere. They think they get a boost in it, unless Warner Brothers puts them on Max and Tony Khan's like, "We're gonna put me on Max. You got to give me a pay raise." Like that's the only thing I can think of. But it is what it is. Anyway, I'm done talking AEW.
Yep.
Thank you for coming on. I know Sleazy is in. He says he's going to be back tomorrow for our show. We're going to have Wrestling Jeopardy's Kevin J. Callis come on and be a guest for us.
Yes.
He gave us a shout out on one of his recent episodes, so thank you for that. I'm looking forward to talk to him tomorrow. I'll be on, and tomorrow will be my last show for a little bit. So not as long as I thought it would be, but it'll be on my last show for a couple weeks. So, but fuck you to Ryan, who easily can have Tuesdays off. You don't say it's one day. Easily can have Tuesdays off. Apparently, it's Triple H and doesn't want to work Tuesdays. But decided to take the weekends off to be with his family. Fuck him, by the way. Fuck Dietz for saying he's going to come on and then puking since noon, even though he's been in the chat all goddamn day. Fuck you to Sleazy for being in rehab again. Thank you for Heavy G for coming on and reading Sleazy's stuff. Plug us, the other show.
You can see us on the Best Darn Sports Show period 2. We're actually going to do pop-up shows from now until football season with that fine young gentleman Hall of Famer going out for neck surgery. We decided, plus it being summertime, and basically the only thing that's going to be talking about is baseball. We're just going to do pop-up shows here and there.
Even though baseball is the best. Not many people's cup of tea. And it's a downtime. We'll probably come on, talk NBA Finals, talk NHL Finals.
Right.
Caught the Olympics, because I know that's the
Definitely.
one show Sleazy comes on, and then we'll start with college football and work our way to the NFL season.
You got it. August 15th is our show again. We pick every division. We're actually picking every game for every team.
Which I do anyway.
Yeah, so do I. So, but so stay tuned for that. So,
all right. Well, thanks. Go ahead.
Good. No, you're good.
I said, well, do.
I'm Sleazy G.
I'm the Fat Man.
Thank you for watching the wrestling show. We'll see you tomorrow night.
Fuck Dave Meltzer. Fuck Tony Khan and his alleged coke habit. A hot dog is not a sandwich. A burger isn't a sandwich. A sub is a sub is not a sandwich. A hot dog is not a sandwich. A burger is a sandwich. A burrito and taco aren't sandwiches, you fucking hick judge. Tomorrow, Kevin J. Callis. Thursday night, Ryan's going to be back on for another after hours show. I'll see you tomorrow night. Peace.